Research Network
Project
International.
So I bring a chocolate bar to represent, in fact, what the project will actually cover. In this chocolate bar, as you know, there's actually a lot of cocoa. And the cocoa is often cultivated on land which has been deforested. In order to break this cycle of deforestation and basically extension of the problem linked to deforestation, biodiversity loss, and climate change, the European Union has adopted a series of directives to try to stop that by sending an economic incentive to use products that come from non-deforested area. And so the idea is that let's imagine that suddenly you are an exporter of cocoa in Brazil, in Ghana, in Côte d'Ivoire, and you want to send your production to the EU. You'll have to prove that your production has been done on land that has not been deforested. Otherwise, if it's no longer the case, then we will no longer be able to buy that chocolate in the EU and associated market, like in Switzerland, because most of the chocolate is now based in the EU. So the project we are actually doing is trying to understand, okay, fine, that's a nice idea, but has the EU the right to impose that on the rest of the world? And so under which condition the EU could satisfy its own citizens that are calling for more sustainable practices, but at the same time respect the economic development and the concern of people in the south, including Côte d'Ivoire, Ghana, and Brazil. In our project, we look particularly at the case of Brazil because it has such a large forest. Of course, 60% of the Amazon forest is in Brazil, and also because it's half of the export, more than half of the export, are made of commodities that are linked with forest or deforestation. So the project likes to understand under which condition actually the EU could still have these unilateral measures, but to which extent they could be acceptable in the south and made also compatible with international law. So we try to look at the intersection between what is acceptable in the EU by EU citizen, what is acceptable in Brazil in that specific case by citizen interest group, and what is actually can be working while respecting international law and also have a positive effect on the planet, on the various people.